listed at the top there. So if you are a minority woman in construction and you meet one of our PDBE requirements, you can check all four certification types listed there at the top, and we'll process, and the committee will decide if you qualify for those programs. Same for minority males in construction, or minority males with a disability or a service-connected disability. Now the rest of this page is where we start going into more detail about the company. So B, relationship with other businesses. Tell us if you share space, equipment, material, or personnel with any other business. Those are the questions that follow there. Any questions about this page? In the C section, immediate family member business. Tell us about any business owned by any immediate family. If you've applied for any other certifications, tell us about that in section 2. And then we get to the next page, which is section 3, business ownership. What you want to do with this page is run a copy of it for each owner. Yes, ma'am.
If you're going to apply for the DBE, which you haven't yet, do you put that? Because I might by the time you process it.
The DBE? No, you wouldn't put it in here. This is for any prior or other certifications that you may have. If you haven't, you wouldn't list it. No, that's the local program, but the DBE application, you should have it. It's the other application. Now, section 3, business ownership. If there's more than one owner, you want to run a copy of this page for each owner. Have them complete this page here. Section 3, business ownership captures the personal information of that owner and their investment in the company and their relationship with any other business. Now the rest of the application should be a breeze to fill out. Section 4, just tell us about the people making these decisions for your company. Corporations, the B portion, we need you guys to tell us about your officers and board of directors. And then we get to C, and where we ask you guys to tell us about your firm's inventory and the following, which would be your equipment, your vehicles, your office space, and storage space. Now, this does not take away from the list of equipment that we ask you guys to put on the side in that checklist. You still must include that list, but you can definitely list some here in this application. Now, if there's a license or any certificate or registration required for your business, that's where you would list it in D. If you rely on any other firm for management or employee payroll, please let us know that at the bottom here in E. Now, F and G at the top of the next page would be where you would list your 3 largest active contracts in the past 2 years and the 3 largest, the 3 largest contracts completed in the last 3 years and the 3 largest active contracts. Section 5, tell us about your bank information there and any bonding information. If you have any loans, no matter where that loan came from, you want to list it in C. And then if there's any transfers of assets to or from the firm or to or from any of its owners, you want to list that in D, the top of the next page. Now earlier we talked about the State of Texas Hub certification. If you guys are interested in Hub certification and you're applying for a minority or women business enterprise, you can check yes here in this application, and it will save you from having to complete a Hub application with the state of Texas and going through their audit process to get that certification. Some additional documents you would need to turn in for the Hub would be your Texas driver's license or state ID, your state of Texas county appraisal tax statement, your federal employee identification number, and proof of citizenship. I'm sorry? All of them. Any questions about this application here? Okay. You guys don't have any questions about this application? No. The reason why I wanted us to look at this application here is because the local program and the DBE, ACDBE program, the questions in the applications are very similar. They're so similar that if you do your application online and successfully complete it and submit it in and decide you want to go back and do the DBE application, you get a pop-up box asking you if you wish to purport your answers over. You check yes, it'll auto fill in and show you the difference in the questions. Now, the main difference in the questions will be your personal net worth, because the DB and ACDB program, we have to make sure that you're not worth more than $1.32 million. Now, how we do that is the personal net worth statement in the application. The very back of this application, it says personal net worth statement for DBE and ACDBE program. This would be the form you would complete to get your personal net worth. On here, you would list your assets and your liabilities. Deduct your liabilities from your assets, and that will give you your personal net worth. If that number is more than $1.32 million, you don't qualify for this program. You can throw this application away. If it is less than $1.32 million, then you want to make sure you exclude your primary home and exclude the ownership interest in the business making application. So once you exclude that, if you are worth more than $1.32 million, you don't qualify. Okay. Now, if you look at this application, again, the questions are the same, very similar. It just looks a little different, but they're the same questions. And you get to a checklist in this application, but if you put the two checklists side by side, you'll see a lot of the information is the same. Because both applications are going in one file, we don't need duplicate resumes, duplicate tax returns, anything like that. It kind of makes it convenient for our applicants. Any questions about this program here? Yes, ma'am.
On 5, section 4, where it says list the largest 3 contracts
Yes.
In the past 3 years, do we put our current one there also? Or is the current one, if it's not, if it's just from this year?
You're looking at F or G?
F or 4. Okay, so F says,
The 3 largest contracts in the past 3 years? Right. So whatever's the largest, you list those 3 by the dollar amount. If it's not your most current, then you wouldn't list that. But if your most current is one of your largest, then you list it there. Yes, ma'am. And then you would double back and list it in G. Any other questions? Okay, well, let me remind you guys that you have the online option. So if you wish to do it online, you'll find it at houstontx.gov/OBO. Or you can complete these applications. If you need another hard copy, you can find those applications again at houstontx.gov/OBO. If you find yourself in a pickle and you need to give us a call, call our hotline number and someone can answer the phone 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. All right. If you guys don't have any other questions, that's all I have for you. Thank you.